It is still Madness Month, aka the month where we review all the weird fiction that nobody ever asked us to review.
We love doing things that no one asks us to do, 'cause Cthulhu!
In our quest to find different perspectives on the Lovecraft mythos, we stumbled on China Miéville's Kraken.
And it's weird. Like, really weird.
Kraken follows Billy, or as I know him, wait, who's Billy again? An employee of the London Natural History Museum and an expert at preserving things in jars.
And his greatest accomplishment is preserving the giant squid, possibly the only one like it in the world. But life is quickly turned upside down when the massive thing is stolen. An impossibility because there is no way that that squid tank could fit through that door.
Billy reacts like anyone else would. Man, that's weird. And then he finds himself being drawn deeper and deeper into a secret world operating in London.
It starts when he gets contacted by the Cult Squad branch of the London Police, run by Baron and Kath Collingswood. They don't tell him much, but their interest in him is the beginning.
Then Billy and his friend Leon are attacked by Goss and Subi, a wicked pair who would rather go violently through you than around you in a crowd. Goss does most of the talking, or rambling really, but he's very protective of his boy, or son, or who knows, but anyways, Subi is a very creepy child who says absolutely nothing.
Billy is brought to the crime boss, Tattoo, who is a literal tattoo on some poor guy's back, and he runs magical crime stuff.
Then Billy is saved from Tattoo by Dane and a cult who worships the giant squid. They think Billy is a prophet since he's the one who preserved the giant squid, and Billy and Dane soon go on the run from them because they realize that whoever stole the giant squid has accidentally triggered the apocalypse.
Thus begins a series of adventures trying to track down the stolen giant squid, why, and what is causing the apocalypse.
The story is an ensemble cast that follows Billy, Kath, Wati, who's an Egyptian golem, and Marge, who's Leon's ex-girlfriend, as they navigate the magical underworld of London.
One of the biggest features of these characters is that no one knows what's going on. Kath is a bit of a magician, Marge and Billy are absolute novices, Dane mostly knows about squid gods, and no one is really working together.
Everyone has their own distinct goals and hang-ups, and a lot of their time seems to be spent aimlessly running around and bumping into things. But that's kind of part of the charm of the novel and its writing style.
And you're not sure what you're going to find around each corner.
Because when we say London is a character in this novel, London is a character in this novel.
Because the underworld is full of strange magic, and it all works a little differently. Kath is an all-around magician. There's a guy whose magic works basically like Star Trek, a group of people called Londonmancer who play the city like a fiddle, a man who can fold anything like origami, and there are gun formers.
I mean, it's a very slapdash magic system, and it also makes perfect sense because it's just whatever you want it to be.
There are all sorts of secret pockets most people never notice, like the Ocean's House or the Squid Church, or secret bars only frequented by people in the know.
Most of the fun of this novel comes from playing in this London and encountering something that you'll probably never forget because, what the fuck?
And you'll never forget Goss and Subi because they are so creepy and so strange, and they're always going to be lurking in the back of your head.
As for Cthulhu, nobody really sees the squid as Cthulhu or thinks that any of the other old gods exist, but the cult believes that the squid is part of a pantheon of squid gods.
But you can definitely see the Lovecraft legacy lovingly poked at in the form of the squid cult, and worshipping the Kraken, whose moves don't appear as moves, and collecting every form of text, arcane or otherwise, and believing that they are worth nothing in the eyes of their squid god, and taking comfort in that fact.
It is almost impossible to describe how weird this book is, and we have barely scratched the surface.
I mean, it has chaos Nazis. Chaos Nazis. How has this not been a thing before?
It's hard to tell you what's going on without completely explaining the plot.
So check out our spoilers review to find out just how weird this book gets.
It's Kraken for everyone! I would say that you're either going to love this book or it might be a bit too off the wall for you. The writing style is definitely a shambling sort of prose that falls into a very sensory rhythm and can make the book feel kind of slow at times. For me, I like this book the more time I have to think about it.
Whereas I listened to the audiobook and really loved it on the first go. If you're having trouble getting through Kraken, I suggest you try the audiobook.
If you're looking for something a little different,
really different,
we suggest you check out Kraken.
It's got Lovecraft's Cthulhu, fun characters, and a magical world you will never forget.